Hello. Okay, so it's Monday again, and I'm going to do another listing show. Say hello. Hey, Lighthouse Booth, watching tonight in hopes of learning something. Well, hopefully you do learn something. If you have any questions or, even your own advice would be great too. So I don't have my banner going, so just get the banner going. So in this show, what I try to do, hey Harry, is I try to list about 500 gross per show, and the show is an hour long. And I do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then sometimes I'll have a Thursday, or I shouldn't say Thursday show, but another listing which I don't do live for replaceables. So just to give the updates, I'm currently have for this month 65 items listed, and I have a gross of 3,050 listed, and my net is usually around half of that. And at the end of the show today, according to my schedule, I should be at 4,500 gross, which is not going to happen, but that's okay. So, hey, Harry. Hey, Chop Chop. Okay. So let's get started, and then I'll talk about some other subjects. Don't rip the bags. I deserve that. Hey, Shay. Okay. See if I still down to one monitor, so hopefully this doesn't screw up. Okay. So, since Shay is here, I wanted to show some stuff. A new bolo for me for toys. I guess I should show it, eh? It's going to be so hard. Anyways, they look like Skylanders. They look like Disney Infinity, but they're actually Prodigy. And these have been on the baggy wall for a week. And I'll check out weird things like this sometimes I don't recognize because sometimes they have value. So let's start with that. So Prodigy figures, there we go. I bought 4 of them for $10. And what I think these are is a way to trick kids into doing math. Which anyone who grew up typing, there used to be these video games that you learn to do math by typing, and really was teaching you to type, which probably totally worked. And I think this is in the same vein. I've never seen these before. I don't know how rare they are. So that being said, they can go, if you see here, they go for pretty good money. And I have some of these. We're going to start with this guy here. Oh, you can't see. Okay. There. Start with him. Yeah, I never seen these before either. So, like I said, I don't know how rare they are. Hey, Bluegrass. So we'll start with this one. And these are pretty well, I never say perfect condition, but very good condition. Oh, wait. See, I'm already screwing up. There we go. Should be still on the same screen. And I'm going to ask $64.99. I put the price in because my memory is 5 seconds long. And I want to make sure it gets in there. Okay. No code. I don't know what the code is. I'm going to assume this is all good. And today's box of the day is B21. For people who don't know, this is my inventory system. I love it. Okay. And for photos. Look, that one's helpful. Okay. And I have to assume all this is correct. And for people who also don't know, I use these templates just to speed up my listing because a lot of my stuff will have the same kind of description. And as far as the lazy part, I don't like typing crap I don't have to type. Boop, boop. There we go. Okay. So when done, and I've already forgotten how much I was asking. Let's just check. $65. Okay. Hopefully everyone saw that. So, when done, and like I said, I paid $250 for this. Hopefully it goes well because the price is good. Hey, Tommy. Probably Canadian-only arcades won't fall for that crap. They want money or drugs to stay motivated. Don't underestimate us Canadians when it comes to that. I've been in today. I've been listing shoes. Yeah, I bought one pair of shoes once. I started wearing them because I didn't want to list them. Yep. Okay. So let's do another one. This is the guy. Obviously, I don't know the names of these things. And I don't know if I'll ever see them again. Oh, hey, Larry. I got you on my list of things to talk about today. Okay, so this is another one of those weird things, these Prodigy figures. Hopefully this works. There we go. Okay. And we're going to do another one. I wish it would keep everything. And sold. Highest first because I'm greedy. And used. I think you can see my face. Let me know if you can't. So hopefully you'll see the little dude here. This little dragon guy. I saw him up there, but that was kind of high up in price. So I'm just checking a little lower. Okay. I like this one here. And I screw up again. There we go. I have two more, but after this, I'll switch to something different. This is what I really like is when you find a new category and you're going, you just happen to be at the store and you go, well, I wonder what this is. You look it up and it's like, oh, wow, these are worth like $50 each. Do I sell that? Yeah. Let's try 65 again. I'm greedy. There we go. Yeah. And big face. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. Gotta take chances. Yeah, for sure. I was watching Bolo Buddies, and she got a huge box of toys for $5. And most of them are not worth anything, but you get a few in there, especially with toys. It's it'll be shocking, and you can't. Like I know you know this, Shay, but when you're looking at toys for a long time, you kind of get an idea of what's higher quality or the age of stuff just from the feel of it. Okay, so next we're going to do some tarot cards or oracle cards. I already checked to make sure they were complete, of course, and did photos and all that. Oracle cards. I can't remember. I think I paid $8 for this, so I paid up a little bit. Couldn't help it though. Let's see, used. So I just want to talk about briefly what I sold last week. So I'll do that. Yeah, Australia. I'll do that just after this bit here. Flashcards. I'm gonna call them flashcards. Fortified cards. I don't know. There's different ones, and sometimes people might be putting in that number just to find the ones they want. Oh, where's my pictures? Oh, there. So I might have to change that one. 3D skin. I'm not gonna say box has somewhere because it really doesn't. Count and complete. I can change that will because these are pretty good. So might. Good. And oh, you can't see any of this. Oh, okay. Whatever. Give me a little more. I think that's $39.99. I'll have to try to remember not to do that. Okay. So that's another one. If anyone else wants to list, I happily add you to my little scrolling thingy. Okay, let's go back. Let's go big face. So for the stuff that I listed for last week, I think it was last week or maybe a bit before, I sold the sterling silver Scheffer fountain pens. That went for $2, and this is all in US dollars, for $225. I sold the Thomas Trackmaster for $15. For those who watched, I parted out a game and listed all the separate parts. I sold $105 of parts for that game. I sold a Kobo for $40. I've sold a David's tea mug for $40. Almost lost that one to my wife. She really liked it. Sold that Bose cable, just the cable, for $50 American. And I think I already mentioned it, but I sold the IKEA stereo equipment for $400. I sold other stuff. It's just that was the stuff I've listed, so I thought I'd mention that. Okay. So just one other thing I wanted to show. Let's see if I don't screw this up. Is I bought some stuff at auction, and I just want to show you how I decide how to set a price. So I got to reshare. Share screen. Window. Don't share. Yeah, hopefully you're seeing this. So Tommy, don't go to sleep if you're still here. This is another Excel sheet. Hopefully you can see this. Now, the way I do it for auctions, so I did buy 5 motorcycles, like toy motorcycles, obviously. And I wanted to show you how I decide how much to bid. And what this does here is this Excel sheet is very simple, but what it allows me to do is figure out how much I want to bid. So for example, if I know an item sells for 100 on eBay, and I know the shipping, say, is going to be $15, right? And on that item, let's say I want to make, let's say $30. That's how much I want my net to be after all fees. What this allows me to do is by putting in the net, it can show me the bid I should do in the auction. It will do the buyer's premium for me and the tax, put the cost of goods. And basically, how this speeds things up is as long as I know how much is going to go on how much is going to go for on eBay, how much I think the shipping is going to be. Then what this saves, and even though it's not 100% accurate, so it's PayPal, but it doesn't really matter. It's close enough. And I know how much I want to make off that particular item. What this allows me to do is not think about my maximum bid. And this was actually a good example. Is that when I do go to bid, though, I wouldn't bid $39.51 because there's psychological things of like $40. So I'd probably bid $41.22 or whatever it is. And I don't sit there and watch the auctions. I just bid and forget it, and literally forget. And sometimes I'll win stuff really cheap this way, and sometimes, like this weekend, I bought it for my actual max price. So, anyone can make this. This is not exactly rocket science. I'll show my formulas if anyone really cares. You should make sure that you do your own formula to make sure you understand it. But anyways, and discard, and let's go back. And let's go share. Okay, so I hope that helped anyone who likes that sort of thing. Chop chop. My wife has an eBay account and just sells toys. She bought a bundle of toys from eBay, and we spent the last 5 hours splitting them up and relisting them. Oh, that's great. I want to do that. I don't know what shipping is like in UK, but I guess if the box is big enough, actually in Canada, there's not a huge difference. But I've been thinking about getting one of those postal boxes just across the border in the United States and getting stuff shipped there. And I might have to do that anyways for another reason. Upsetting reason. Okay, let's list something else. What are we going to do? We're going to do the old teacups. Ooh. This is a Paragon. Has gold. I call it the kind of gold dusty sides, and it's in perfect condition. I wouldn't buy this one for sure if it wasn't in perfect condition. I think I paid $8 for this. For the margins I'm usually looking at, if I pay $8 or $10, it really isn't going to make a huge difference. So let's go back to this. And yes, that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. So, okay, you do that, eh? Yeah, that's what I want to do. So, was it hard to do? Is it a pain? Do they charge you a monthly fee? Okay, so hopefully we're seeing this again. And for this one, I started a draft. Let's see, listings, drafts. Oh, and my sales were, I forgot to mention, usually I mention my sales. My sales were pretty good in the last week. I can't remember, 2,000 maybe for the week or something, which is good for me, which is good. Maybe 1,500 actually, something like that. This is it. I got to catch up on my accounting. I got to catch up on a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, this goes on the shelf. Teacup collection. Teacups are definitely slow sellers, but I don't know. I have a soft spot for them for some reason. I appreciate them now since I've been selling them. And until this last week, I have never had a breakage, which is one of my stories. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good. Let's just make sure this is all good. Sometimes I put years in here. And here we go. And I haven't bothered learning the different maker's marks at the bottom indicating the years yet because I don't care. I should care, but I don't care. Okay, chips or cracks, right? What a horrible picture. It's kind of washed out, eh? Oh. And the price I already have on here. And here I use a higher cost of shipping because I use a oversized box. Just get the price again, 60. Right. This time. And 60. And big face. Each item costs $6. No time limit. Of course, I'm being able to go the last 2 years. So they hold on to it. Like if you get an item and they're holding on to it, they charge you what, $6? No, with no time limit. Like is that $6 a month? Like they obviously not going to hold on to it for years for $6. I would think. That's $6 American, I assume. I see weddings use those teacups to hold large cupcakes in all different makes and patterns and tower. Yeah, I've seen that on Escape to the Chateau. She was doing stuff like that. So the exciting thing this week, speaking of Larry, is that I was recognized for the first time out in the real world. So I met Larry. It was awesome meeting you. Made my day. Thank you so much. Hope I run into you again. Okay, and thank you for watching. Now let's do another item. Let's see here. Okay, this one I probably should have left behind. A tiki mug glass. And I know tiki mugs can have value, and I decided to pick this one up just because I was there in that spot. It's heavy though. Actually, I should weigh it. Yeah, that's bloody heavy. So I probably should have left this one for $6 and they hold it for a year. Oh, wow. That's a great deal. Okay. So we're going to do this tiki mug. So there she is. She's still there. I'm not quite sure how much. Oh, wait. See, I'm doing this silly thing again. So it doesn't go for a ton. So I'm going to ask a bit more just because, I don't know, I want to make it worth my time. Which means it probably won't sell. Okay, what's going on? I don't want a new tab. Why are you opening a new tab? Why is that opening up in a new tab? That is very annoying. Okay. Sell now. It's smart enough to do this? No, it's not. If this is not an incentive to get a new monitor, I don't know what is. It's all good. I can't remember how much I paid. Maybe $6 at most. I probably shouldn't have picked it up, to be honest. What are you going to do? Chips or cracks. And this one's heavy. So it's $12. So I'm going to ask Well, I'm gonna ask $29.99, and I'm not gonna get it. And it's gonna sit around. Yeah, looks good. Now that showed up a little better than I thought. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to show up in the white background there. And good. Yeah, this side. I'm going to update my banner. Okay, I've done 5. And I did the amounts I thought. So what is that? 130, 170, 230, 260. All right, it's 5. Anyone has a channel they want to share, and you have obviously admin rights, go ahead and, or moderator rights, go ahead and put that in the channel if you want to. I have no problem with that at all. Okay. Drink from my huge mug. Okay, let's do another one of those. Actually, no, I changed my mind. So I picked these up. And if anyone's been thrifting, they've probably seen these things before. These little kits for military figures. Normally, I don't give them a second look because they don't sell for that much. And they're both open; they're not new. But it was $4 for both of them, so I was like, okay, fine. Fine, I'll look it up. And hopefully this is still in here. So no, it's not. Okay, fine. Bilbavagen. A2 military. That's it. Show it. Hopefully you can see that. That's what I'm doing. And this one is new, open box, which is kind of nice. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to pick one that's not sold. So I learned a lesson this week, or this month. Someone bought a teacup from me, and they said, oh, can you use a smaller box when you ship it? And I said, well, my problem with the smaller boxes is that there's a higher chance it's going to break. I said, are you using a reshipper? And they said, yes. So I said, okay, well, if you're willing to take the chance, I'll put it in, smaller box, which I did. And I completely forgot about it. And then I got a message a few days ago saying, I'm sure you're all guessing correctly, oh, it broke in transit. And the person said, oh, I didn't have time to pick it up from my house in California or wherever it was, Florida. And unfortunately, it broke. And so I was so sorry. I've never had one break before. And I just refunded them their money. And then I was thinking about it. And it's like, oh, I can't find it now. How annoying is that? And then I was thinking, so I refunded the money. And then I was thinking later, wait a second, was that the one where I put it in a smaller box and I really didn't want to do that? And yeah, lo and behold, it was. And instead of them, acknowledging that I took a chance and it broke, and that, which I don't feel is really fair on me, they lied to me. So That sucked. So my point being that I would not do that again. Like, one thing is I totally forgot I had done that particular listing. And yeah, it was not a happy day because I think it was $60 or something. It was a lot of money. It's the people like that kind of makes us angry over time too for not careful. And also the other thing I didn't really like was the fact that it made me think that my packing wasn't correct when military police, that was it. And I broke my rule and it broke. And yeah. So that happened. What I'm doing here is just checking because this is a police one, and that might be a better way to find out how much it actually sold for. I'm not showing on the screen because I'm just going to check quickly, and no one really cares that much. Okay, no, it's not here. I'm going to check Terapeak. Okay, since it's open, I'm going to ask $29.99. And I'm going to put it down here before I forget. I could have fought it, I guess, too, but you know what I mean. It wasn't worth it. I already given them their money. Obviously, they're the type of person who wouldn't be like, "Oops, yeah." No, they actually sent a message that was incorrect. Okay, open box complete. So it's funny how you'll have one bad experience like that, and it'll turn you off. It'll make you bitter if you're not careful. I try to be honest in everything I do, but you know, I'm not perfect either. Where's the model number? There was a model number on there. It's 897. Since I used a different one to make this giraffe, I'm just making sure there's nothing bad in here. Scale, I'm not sure. 1/35. Okay, and I forgot the photos. They're sideways, but on the UPC code. This will also go in a box. 321. Okay. Taking a while, eh? Let's go see. There's no. Why is there no new open box? New open box. And I'm only asking 30. This one's actually light, so this will go in that one. And there we go. Yeah, you bastard, you Tommy, you ass. Twisting the knife, man. Twisting the knife. Okay. If you have kits with parts missing, put the words kit bashing in the title. Some modders make totally different models with them. Yeah, I've heard about that. I actually have done that. I don't think I put the word kit bashing, but that's a great great advice. Screw you, Tommy. Okay, next. Now I'm all bitter. Okay, because I know I'm going to hold on to these forever. Oh, wow. Look who decided to show up after all those promises. Wow, look at that. Hello, Karen. Thank you for coming in. What's up exactly? Finally caught a good one? Good man. Okay, we're going to do this weird thing. See this? It was, I think it was $4.99 at the thrift store. Isn't that weird? I think they're porcelain. I don't think they're that old. There's no identifying marks on the back. They're definitely not ivory. It's definitely like kind of a decorative piece. But for $5.99, I was like, eh. I was actually talking to my friend because I noticed that someone had ripped open the bag, Shay, and he said, "Oh, I left them behind, and then I picked them up." So I can sometimes you just can't leave that stuff. That's okay, Tommy. If I did twist the knife on you, it would be bad. But we're allowed to kick each other a bit down, right? Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, it is weird, eh? This thing. Are they magnetic? That's a good question. No, they're not. It's definitely not gold. I found through the hey 519 through the magic of Google Lens some similar ones. Oop. And hopefully I have the draft here. Here it is. And so for this one, I didn't find any sales. Just someone asking, and they're asking 89 or something like that. I'm going to ask 79. I don't know if it's 24 gold-plated art, but exactly the same style. Everything's the same. Sometimes I'm hoping this is right. Because if I don't list it now, it's going to stay forever in my debt file. I just know it. Definitely different, eh? Look at all those twisted pictures. I'm going to have to fix those. Material gold. I'm going to take that off. Oops. Oh, I'm trying to add every picture I have. Duck butt. There we go. I can say a bit more because these I don't have any more information about this item. Otherwise, people will ask a bunch of questions, which I won't have the answers to. And I won't fix all these pictures just for the sake of it. I'm just going to fix a few, though. Like I was saying, I found one way to fix this issue of it putting the pictures the wrong way is if you view it just in a file folder, like your files, and then you just turn them, even if you're just looking at the photos, it'll somehow fix them when you go to import them. Even though you don't save anything. I'm not sure why, but Let's turn all these ladies around. Yeah, to tune into Yakov and Shayon tonight. Spent the day with Jakey, and now's the hell. Put their link in. Maybe one of my 8 viewers doesn't already know about it. Okay. Now's the hard part. Now's the part where we think about price. Let's go for $79.99. I used to collect miniatures that are kind of like this, actually. But these are tourist piece or mass-produced porcelain. Like, I can find the pictures of these particular ladies and different things. I don't think, like, if I'm using my gut, maybe the 50s, maybe. The other person hasn't sold theirs either, so. And if it sells right away, then good on someone. We're done here? Yeah. Oh, what the hell's that? Okay. How many dirty pens did you buy? Yeah. Hey, Greg. Yeah, I did the first run of shoveling, and I still have to do when the plow comes by, and then I have a feeling there's so much snow that the plow is going to come by again, and I'll have to do it again. And I'm already a little sore, so that'll be fun. Okay, 79 or 80. Beakhead. Okay, 6:12. So we got 20 minutes left. Another thing I was going to say, for if you have teacups or actually any type of porcelain, and you use replacements.com, one way I find that is really handy there is with your mobile phone, you can take a picture, just like with Google Lens, but because you're just checking replacements.com, you can take a picture on their website using your mobile phone. It's very easy, and it suggests which patterns it might be, and that is worth your time to try and figure it out, especially if you don't get anywhere with Google Lens. And so we're going to do this one next before Greg leaves. You know what we like, right? Yeah, we like our milk glass. So I found, or milk mugs, whatever you call them. So I found these two. It was $4 in total for both of them, and they're good. And I had greenie that I already hold back, so I'm going to sell all 3. And Tommy, go milk mug life. What can I say? Let's make sure that people can see. Here. And another horrible thing that happened is before Christmas, I sold one of those big, Guitar Hero kits, the ones with the guitar in it and the video game and the dongle and the whole bit. It was like 300 American. And the person got it and says, I can't get it to work. And it's like, it was new open box and definitely had not been used before. And so I said, sent them a few videos just to make sure, because it's expensive shipping that stuff. And they said they tried it, the dongle doesn't work, and they said, we're going to try a different dongle, and then they disappeared. And then they came back and said, well, we got a different dongle, it didn't work. And it's over the 30 days, but that's not that important to me. It's much more about doing the right thing. How come these aren't showing up? I know these exist for sure. Did I spell tulip wrong? Or how about I get rid of the milk? Why am I putting in dongle? Anyways, so they said, well, can I still return it? And I said, yeah. But man, that sucks because for one, it was new. Like things were still sealed like the video game. Obviously, it's not going to be sealed anymore. It's going to be like $40 to get it back. I can't just say keep it because like that was a $300 sale. I'm put my head in the sand for a bit, but I'm gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so I don't want any of these Canadian ones. I'm gonna steal this one from here. Oh, and we're gonna ask. I'm gonna ask 49. I'm gonna ask a bit more because if I'm gonna ship these damn things, I want to get some money for them. And I'm definitely gonna say the heavier box, which was already set to. They're kind of neat. Like I can see the appeal of these. My wife was also like, "Oh, those are kind of cute." For milk glass mugs, um, I'll look for unusual ones, like because they're pretty common. The tulip ones I already knew about. You know, I look if I ever saw a Snoopy one, I picked that up. I never seen Snoopy, but I have. Or if you see advertising, I'll check them out. But you still have to check them because a lot of them had no value. And if I'm gonna like Tommy was saying, like if you're gonna, you know, on his show, if you're gonna ship it and deal with it, you want to be paid for it. And yes, mugs kind of on the edge, but actually, apart from that damn team comp, I haven't had much issues, especially since I haven't gone cheap on trying to fit too many objects into one box. Hey Tracy, this is when I'm using half the brain to do one thing and the other half to do something else and getting zero as a result. You get to deduct 50% if opened over 30 days. I wouldn't take it. Yeah, but what happens if it was broken? I trust people. Yes, I'm naive. Okay, set of 3 milk glass, blah, 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 red, green, and orange. It's not enough room though. So I'm going to get rid of the set. Red, orange, the word plaid. Shelf. There's no gilding. Probably should get rid of that. I think they're kind of neat. I know I have another picture. I'll check that. It might be because of the big screen I'm using. I once sold a Quebec. What's the winter carnival called? Oh, I forget the name of it. Anyways, they have a snowman kind of as maybe it's just the carnival that they use as their emblem, and I got good money for that one. $40 or something. Okay, that's good enough. What, $50? They're not going to get that, but you never know. Any Fire King milk glass is resealable. Resellable. Yeah. Not sure what you're meaning. Yeah, sportswear. Yeah, clothing. I'm resisting that. Big head. Big head. Okay. Bum de neige. Yeah, bum. Yeah, that's it. But Larry, isn't that just that's the name for snowman, right? It's the carnival guy, you know, with the blue hat. Okay, let's do another toy, and this is another one of those Prodigy ones I was talking about. if it ever sells, maybe I'll update on a new camera. Enough of that. I have a bunch of shipping to do today too, which is good. I don't think there's anything too nasty. Used. Okay, so this is green guy with big orange butt. There he is. I don't obviously have the box though. There it is. Well, that's 54 for it. I'm gonna say no code because I have no idea what that means, but the other one said the same thing. Since Larry mentioned having that postal box thingy in the United States, the city he mentioned is very close to us. I'll really have to think about that because there's a whole bunch of reasons to do that as well, especially for like bounce back of inventory or buying inventory in the United States, or there's a whole bunch of good reasons. What's going on here? Okay. We and list. Let's do the other one. You never know, someone might buy all of them at once. So we should make sure to have them up. Good. Lulu, yeah. I made a lot of money on that stock. I remember I have 1,000, interests, and one time I was into stocks, and I was researching how to do stocks, and I said to my wife, "This Lululemon like hits all the things," and it was really out at that point, and all the guys were like, "Why would you buy expensive clothing like that when you can go to Walmart and get it cheap?" I said, "But the numbers," and they're like, "No, no, no." And so then me being me, I said at my cubicle at work, I put like, "I bought this. This is how much I bought it for." Not as a boast, but just like kind of like I don't know. I like to be open with it when I do with stuff like that. And then I don't know, it split and all. It went up so much. I made a good money on that stupid stock, and then I sold it. And I should have kept it. I'll have to try and watch that show. Sounds like it'll be fun. Okay, so let's do the last guy. Same Prodigy. It seemed like, yeah. Well, they were. It was kind of like it was a Canadian company, and when I looked, it was like expanding like crazy, and the numbers were great, and it's like this seems to hit like all the criteria that the book is talking about here, and yeah. But that was luck. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that one. I actually did study that one. I do have a lot of luck though. It's funny. I was talking to my mom once, whatever, and she said, luck runs in our family. And that's something I've said, and I never said to her either. It's like, I seem to be pretty damn lucky when it comes to some things. And she said, yep. Not everyone gets it, which is kind of weird. I know, new agey, woo woo, all that stuff. I'm not asking. I'm just saying it's just fun. Okay. So we're looking for him. Holy crap, holy, eh? Larry, if I see you walking out with one of these, I'm going to be really upset, just so you know. Okay, where is he? Little robot-y dude. There he is. I'm going to ask $54.99. And we'll see how that goes. So I bought all these for $2.50 each. And they were sitting on the wall for a week because no one else knew about them either. And I often wonder how. I'm going to take that name out just in case. And that number. I often wonder how many things I missed too. Like, we're just sitting there and I didn't think of checking it. Or you dismiss them for years. And then you find out, like, the thing you've been dismissing for years is worth like $50 each, and they're easy to get. But that's part of the fun too, right? Right. The other thing I was doing this weekend was basically rearranging my basement because for parts of it, because I got a heater because it's damn cold right now. And so I got one of those fake fireplacey things. Anyways, moving everything around it, and I have a lot of video game systems in my death pile, and I bought them to test video games and controllers. And finally, just like the last couple of days, I've been setting them up. I have like so many controllers that are worth, like, not worth a fortune, but worth 30 to $35 each. You know, you get 10 of those damn things, and you're up to $300. And they've been sitting around forever, still in the plastic value bags, still with the prices on them. And I think so. Over there, I actually made a list. I have a PS1, PS2, PS4, Xbox 360, Nintendo, a GameCube, a few N64s, and 14 to 16 Guitar Hero that I have to test. Okay, let's concentrate on this for a second. Okay, good. It's another one at 55. Sold on eBay or not? I'll be stealing from your card. Oh, you bastard. Oh, hey, David. Thank you for coming in. Gave away so much stuff I would have died for before. Yeah, that's part of the learning, right? Or just like, that's like sometimes when I'm at the stores and I have a question about something. Actually, that's gonna be my last item because we're about to hit the time. So when I'm at the store and I have a question about certain items, I'll actually take a picture on my camera, and then at home I'll just take a look just to kind of learn that category, because you get paranoid sometimes, like you're missing really good stuff. Those thrift stores were monsters, definitely overpriced and full of resellers had to catch them slipping. They slip, they 100% slip. Okay, so I'm just gonna do. I don't think you can see this. I'm just gonna do the final count. As exciting as that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whole 10 items. And hopefully my math is good. So 100, 210, 320, 580. Okay, so the total from the show, and I can tell you, every time I do the correct amount after the show, I'm always 100% incorrect, but that's okay. So we did 10 items for a total of 580. And 500 is the goal for the show, so we made over it, and I enjoyed these items. Like there's, like I said, a few new things, a few old things. Also has things for tomorrow's show, which is important. Didn't go out today because of the huge snowstorm, but I'll be hitting the stores tomorrow. Anyways, thank you everyone for coming and entertaining me during the show, and I hope you have a great one.